Oh, tell about the band.
Yeah.
The band I'm working with now.
Mm-hmm.
The band I work with now is called Spirit of Smokie, and it's an interesting band because its roots come from the natural music of the 70s, but it also has a great originality as well. So the band plays music of the 70s, the hits of Smokie, which were written by Chin and Chapman, but also has a wealth, a vast amount of good original material.
Yeah. And?
Aren't you supposed to tell them this?
Ну а ты-то хоть как начинал?
В 75... Так это я потом, в 75-м году у финнов. Sound-продюсер.
Producer sound. When did I start? Or...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, well, look, a little bit about my life, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
My sister was always a very, very world-class singer, Kit, and she represented the UK, United Kingdom, in Eurovision Song Contest in
На Евровидении твоя сестра кого работала?
Я думаю, 1986.
Не то, что работала, она презентовала.
In Luxembourg. And I also used to play guitar when I was younger. I learned guitar late, about 19 years old. And people came to me and said, "Will you please play in my band?" You know.
Yeah.
So I played in many early bands in the 70s to up to 80s. 70s to 80s. I played in many bands, professional bands, to make a living. You know. Also, I was married with 2 babies. You know. Well, that was coming.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So I had an opportunity at the end of one of my bands to own all the PA system and the lights for some money, and that's how I started. And I had to learn the craft. I had to learn everything, and that's how I started. I started in 1981 to make sound. 1981.
Good.
Yes.
So tell us about Chris Norman.
Chris Norman. Well, actually, it's interesting that you asked this question because, well, Chris is a very good friend of mine, and I know that he lives near you. He does indeed. Yeah, he lives about 15 kilometers from me in England. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris obviously was the lead singer in Smokie. And Smokie split in 1986, and because Chris wanted to make a solo career, and he asked me to do the sound. So why not? Vernon, my partner in the business.
Who is Vernon? Tell us about.
Vernon is one of the best monitor engineers in the world. He's a very, very good sound engineer, and he's a fantastic technician. He can build complex systems, you know, digital or analog, doesn't matter. But he's also a very good engineer. And Vernon looked after Chris's sound on stage, the monitors, and I looked after the front sound, which was for the people. And we toured in 1987-88, and we toured in East Germany, mostly East Germany and West Germany, and Denmark.
And how is that?
How much
apparatus? Oh, well, it's interesting that you say this. I think in those days, we used to describe sound in terms of kilowatt, 1,000 watts. And I think the PA we were with in those days was 10,000, you know, 10 тысяч watt, да?
Watt.
Да.
So how much kilowatt you use for
now
here?
Много. Почему что?
For concert.
Да. Well, for a normal small concert, say for instance the theater in Jesko, St. Petersburg, we probably use about 15,000 watts, maybe, you know, maybe 20,000, because the way amplification is today, it's moved in a great way. It's 40 years, you know, it's nearly 40 years. And if you think about it, the sound now, there's more power in an amplifier, 6,000 watts perhaps, you know. So it's different. It's a different sound today. It's a very, very powerful sound today. Yeah.
So, for Pink Floyd, how?
Pink Floyd. I worked for a Pink Floyd band called Off the Wall. They were a very, very good
Pink Floyd,
band.
yeah. How much kilowatts?
Well, if we were making a big...
So, you have 15, I don't know, G.
Boxes. We had many boxes. You only need as many boxes for a concert as you need. If it's a small concert, it's a small box. If it's a big concert, it's many boxes. But the days of the Pink Floyd bands, I would say we were using a line array of about 50,000 watts with maybe subsonics plus this line array, you know, the stripping side, and that would be anything up to 20 boxes. So 20 boxes aside for a very big concert. For a smaller festival, может быть,
so,
8 boxes.
How much people, G? For Pink Floyd and for Smokie, G.
It was well, very interesting. I mean, you're talking about two completely different types of
Of course,
bands,
G, of course.
So, I mean, if you're playing Pink Floyd music and you're taking videos and lasers and everything, you're playing to between 3 to 10,000 people normally, 3 to 10,000. I would say with Spirit of Smokie, we play festivals sometimes up to 15,000, but mostly if we're playing a concert hall, probably 1,000, you know, 1,000, up to 1,000 people in a concert hall. And that's about maximum, you know. But depends where, you know, if we came to Russia, for instance, if we at St. Petersburg, we may be a little bit more, you know. If we come to Yeisk, maybe a little bit less, maybe 500, I don't know, you know.
So,
what do you have? You have a lot of people, 15 people.
It depends. It depends on the size of the band and the size of the crew. With Spirit of Smokie, I tour with a very light crew, me, because I use
stadiums.
We have done stadiums, of course.
Stadiums.
Of course, if you're doing a stadium, you have a massive crew. It's big, 50, 60 people, you know.
Денис, смотри, меня сейчас интересуют больше технические вопросы, чем не музыка, ничего, да? То есть вот организация концертов, с какими заводами сотрудничали, когда они ставят, ну, по производству аппаратуры. То есть там, скажем, под Pink Floyd разрабатывались целые системы для того, чтобы они в туре их, то есть, озвучивали. Вот какие заводы, какие предприятия, какие инженеры работали?
Do you have some organizations when you have concerts on tour with Pink Floyd, with Spirit of Pink Floyd? You have?
I haven't taken Off the Wall out for years now because I've been personally too busy. And when you make a tour with Off the Wall, the music of Pink Floyd, it's a serious business. You're planning 1 year in advance. So, for instance, 3 years ago, or 4 years ago now, we were in South America. We were playing Guatemala, El Salvador, places like this. Many people.
Смотри, мы, говорит, когда, говорит, делали, говорит, ну, это очень, говорит, ну, очень тяжело, как бы, мы, говорит, делали, говорит, тур, говорит, Сальвадор, говорит, Гватемала, говорит, там, и так далее.
Коста-Рика, Панама,
Коста-Рика, говорит.
Аппаратура в этих странах своя или возили свое все?
From, how to say G, I don't know.
It's okay, just try to describe.
So G.
Technical rider.
Да, technical rider. У меня есть.
To Guatemala and.
It's very strange. I send technical rider to Guatemala, El Salvador, Panama.
Я им отправил, как бы.
In Guatemala, неплохо. Good moving lights, good video.
Хорошая, говорит, хорошая световая аппаратура.
Хорошо, звук, громкость, хорошо.
Санкт-Петербург.
St. Petersburg was a very good rig, but it wasn't for the Pink Floyd show. It was for the Spirit of Smokie show. But it was a good system, a big большой Midas console.
You were not with Smokie, with Spirit of Smokie in St. Petersburg, G.
Yes, I was. Yeah.
You were here, yeah?
Yeah, we made about. Svetlana came for a week with us, and we were there.
To St. Petersburg.
Yeah, for 1 week, and we were going to, Vigo, all these places, Estonia, around St. Petersburg. We were moving around.
And also Pribaltica, yeah?
Yeah.
Latvia,
Litva. Yeah. But also with Pink Floyd, Latvia, Litva. Vilnius, Riga, Kaunas. Yeah. I made the Balshai concert, Kaunas, Pink Floyd show, monastery in Kaunas. Очень интересный.
А в СССР он был?
In USSR, G. Where were you in USSR?
Много город.
At what cities, G?
В 1980-м где-нибудь.
In 1980s, G.
Well, with Boney M. With
Liz Mitchell, yeah?
Liz Mitchell, Boney M.
Boney M,
I didn't
составка, которая была Лиз Митчелл. Это первая, вообще девочка, которая, собственно говоря, она и является, Лиз Митчелл,
Yeah, Liz and the girls, and Thomas, the manager, great friends of mine. However, I didn't come with the original Boney M when they first came to Russia, because I didn't know them then, and it was later when I joined Liz's outfit.
Liz was the first.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Liz is the person who sings on all the records with Marcia.
Yeah.
Maisie looked fabulous, but she didn't sing on the records. But she's a fabulous looking lady, and she made they all look great because I don't know, because her voice didn't suit perhaps, but that's not my business to say. She's a very nice person, and but Liz is fantastic. She is a great voice of Boney M.
Он работал с Boney M, с первой звездой Boney M. Да, спасибо.
Вот мы потом наложим, сейчас надо, чтобы он больше нам наговорил. Студия Abbey Road.
Studio. What?
Abbey Road, from Beatles.
From Beatles. Abbey Road. What about?
What do you know? Что ты хочешь?
What do I know?
Рассказ про студию.
I can only tell you one thing about Abbey Road. I've never been to Abbey Road personally, but my friend Graham, Graham in the band,
yeah, of course,
he recorded there. He recorded at Abbey Road. Yeah. Graham from Spirit of Smokie. Yeah. There's many
from bass guitar. Yeah.
Yeah. There are many connections with all sorts of people, because the more people you meet, it's what we call a malinki mira, It's a small world, chuchu mira, and it's a small business. Everybody knows people. For instance, Andy, just a point I remember, Andy, guitarist of course, yeah, and Graham, they played for Elton John's 50th birthday
I know,
party.
and he also played with Bryan Adams.
That's true, yeah.
Брайан Адамс, бас-гитарист, у него, с Брайан Адамс играл.
It's a small world, very small world, Hi.
Денис. Ну, что еще спросить?
Так, еще по электронной музыке. Какие в то время использовались синтезаторы? Меня интересует 75-е, 80-е года. Потому что я помню...
So, tell us about electronic music and...
modern electronic music.
Yeah, when they play in 1975, 1978.
Old electronic music.
All electronic.
Which bands?
Manfred Mann.
Manfred Mann. Yeah. Very interesting point. I did a small concert tour with Off the Wall, Pink Floyd, and Manfred Mann together in Norway. Norway, Sweden, Svezia, Sweden.
Svezia, yeah.
Svezia. No, how do you say Norway? Norway.
No, in Sweden, yeah, G.
Great. I think Manfred Mann is a fantastic band, and he's a wonderful clavish, electronic.
Клавишник.
Ну, да, все
Да.
Keyboard, yeah.
моя любимая.
Fantastic keyboard, G.
Bill Rogers, great guitarist. They are good people. Every night we are, we are having a small drink in the hotel. Yeah, of course, yeah. And it was very good because you have a Pink Floyd show and you have Manfred Mann together. It's very good, very, very good. Yeah. Together, yeah.
Good.
I forgot,
and what about
Yazabil
G? And what about Jim Morrison?
Well, I can't say anything. I mean, I was a fan, I can only say that his music it was great music at the time. And very sad to know that Ray Manzarek died a couple of years ago also. Is Bobby Krieger still alive? I don't know. I honestly don't know. The guitarist.
No, he's not.
He's not.
Alive,
So the Doors are completely gone. Yeah.
У нас же в Советском Союзе не было ни синтезаторов, ничего.
We have no keyboards in Soviet Union.
Really? No electronic?
Манфред Манн, бобина, пленка.
Only bobines, like in G.
Отрезал кусок звука, склеивал в петлю, ставил, и это у меня был луп такой, там, скажем.
Let me explain.
In this one, like G.
Синтезаторов не было вообще никаких.
We have no synthesizers at all. So we have only this one.
Tape,
tape.
What great machine. And you're making loops on the tape, yeah? You're making loops.
Yeah.
Я понимаю. Interesting about Manfred Mann. Manfred Mann, still today, he uses all his old retro keyboards from 70s and 80s. And he has one technician, I do believe, I hope I'm right, Manfred, but he has one technician who flies with him onto every concert because they are breaking down a bit. And he has about 6 keyboards. And they're old keyboards, but they're great sound. And the thing about
Manfred Mann.
The thing about the old synthesizers...
He's alive?
Of course.
Yeah?
Yeah. But the thing about the old synthesizers is that they have a characteristic personal sound. And if you have one synthesizer, you might be able to do everything on it, but it has a sound. But when you have 6 different ones, you have a different sound. And this is why his music is so good, that he tours with these old instruments. And they sound.
Do you remember G? This one, when he...
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I think it's great music. It's a great band. I remember when I was young, I saw many versions of Manfred. He had about 5 different bands. He first started.
But he was in 17th and.
Well, he started with Mike Darbo. Mike Darbo, Paul Jones were very early guys in his bands, and they made pop records.
You know them, huh?
I've met them and I've toured a little bit with them, and occasionally I've done sound, but I don't know them personally. No, but I've talked to them, of course. In those days, Manfred Mann was a pop group. It was a pop group.
Pop, of course.
And it made pop records, but Manfred moved on. He had a very...
Пишется у нас хоть?
Вроде да.
Запись идет.
Да, запись идет. Запись идет, вон рэк идет.
Manfred moved on. He had a very interesting band called the Earth Band. It was a great band with brass section and all sorts. And I remember seeing it and thinking, wow. And later, this great version of Blinded by the Light, Bruce Springsteen song, he covered a Bruce Springsteen song. Bruce Springsteen, American guy. He wrote some great songs, and he's a world star, of course. But Manfred, he did a song called Blinded by the Light.
He was the manager, I think.
Bruce Springsteen, no, he's a mega star. He feels stable.
He was the manager of Manfred Mann.
No, he's a guitarist and singer. He's American, and he's one of the biggest selling artists of all time. Yeah, he made many great songs.
Solo guitarist.
No, he's more.
Bruce Springsteen.
He's singing and playing. Yeah, Bruce Springsteen. So Manfred recorded one of his great songs. It's called Blinded by the Light. and it's a fantastic version. Very, very good. We'll play it sometime. I'll get it for you on the how do you call it? The YouTube, you know, the normal YouTube.
YouTube.
Everybody goes to for advice.
Ну давай спрашивай еще.
Alan Parsons.
Very interesting, Alan Parsons, right. I don't know personally Alan Parsons, but the interesting thing is that 2 years ago I was going to take Off the Wall to Colombia and Peru, I think. Or was it?
Перу?
Wait a minute.
А в Колумбии это...
Подожди, он говорит, я Алан Парсон возил в Колумбию и Перу, говорит, возил.
Colombia, I was going to take I got an offer from Colombia and from Ecuador for a small concert tour. 3 cities in Colombia and 1 city in Ecuador, Quito. But it was Medellin and Bogota in Colombia, and one more. And unfortunately, there were problems. They couldn't get the money to me. With the flight, with the promoters. They couldn't get the money to me. They tried because there's such a problem in Colombia, transferring money from Colombia out of the country. I couldn't. I can't take a band when I don't get paid. I don't know.
Yeah, of course,
so I said, I'm sorry, I can't come to the concert. But Alan Parsons did the concert for us. Yeah. Alan Parsons made the concert in Colombia. Yeah.
В Колумбии наркотиками вкусными угощали?
Наркотики очень большой проблем Колумбия. Да. And every Sir Ludi with this guns, it's a crazy place. Yeah. You have to be careful. I was in Colombia with Bonnie M.
With Liz?
Yeah, with Liz. With Liz.
Он говорит, я был в Колумбии, говорит, с Лиз Митчелл, который называется...
We were in Bogota and we were in another city.
How?
By the Amazon jungle, very interesting city, and I'm sorry I can't remember the name at the moment. It might come to me later. And we made 2-3 concerts. It was a long flight, a very long flight from France, from Charles de Gaulle in France to...
You from France go to Colombia, yeah?
Yeah, it was a big flight. It's many hours, I think maybe 13 hours or 12 hours long. It's a long one, yeah, it is. Yeah, it was interesting, and I always remember the hotels were fantastic. They were amazing hotels. I never expected...
Hotels?
Yeah, in Colombia.
Good hotels,
I never expected such a quality. Amazing quality. Yeah.
Криса Нормана любимая гитара. Какая была фирма?
So, with Chris Norman, the best guitar for him?
Well, Chris is a very good musician. He's a fabulous rhythm, rhythm player.
For him, the best guitar for him. G.
You mean the actual instrument?
Yeah, instrument.
I ask Chris. Why to ask me? It's.
Спросите у Криса, говорит.
I think I saw Chris with many guitars. Everything from Fenders, Gibsons. I don't know what he's playing now. And
I don't know. I'm asking you.
With acoustic, I don't know. Maybe Takamine. You have to ask Chris. Sorry, Chris, I don't know.
Нет, Абоненко он спрашивал, когда гоняли с
I can ring and find out. Yeah, I don't know what he's playing. It's funny because when you're a musician and when you're
Если ты музыкант,
you don't look at the
ты не смотришь
equipment. You just make your job.
Ты просто играешь и все, и делаешь свою работу.
Да.
Че не родился в Англии? А у нас, чтобы гитару, ее надо было еще украсть.
Why he was born in England, G?
У нас огромная проблема с инструментом была. Вообще не было инструментов.
There was no instruments in USSR in 1970s.
Я знаю.
И оттуда нельзя было привезти.
That's why we can not bought to USSR.
Understand.
У меня первая гитара была, я привез, когда Yamaha
Yamaha. О,
He sells guitar in Yamaha. Yes.
сегодня это очень хорошо.
Вот, а это был давно-давно, она стоила в 2 раза дороже машины.
Two times.
So G.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
2 раз. Twice.
Twice. So he has not the guitar,
In the 70s.
and this guitar was really serious.
Автомобиль.
What difficult?
Like an automobile. G.
Understand.
Like an auto.
Difficult, eh?
Yeah, it's really difficult
You're
to
right.
buy.
But look, for me, my first guitar, I bought a Burns Split Sonic, and it cost me £40, and I think my wage was about £4 every week, so it was 10 weeks to buy the guitar, you know, yeah. So I think it's not so different, you know, it's not so different. And the Gibson, I bought the first Gibson guitar for £100, and I traded it for a Gibson and a Fender later. Do you know, I have a guitar now. It's a 1960 Gibson 345.
1960.
1960. I bought it. It was in New York, and I bought it with a Fender guitar for £350. And that guitar today is worth £10,000. Yeah, 10,000. Yeah, it's crazy. But you know, when you were buying an instrument in the 70s, it took a
Если ты покупал в 70-х, так.
Yeah, it took a long time to save money for this. It was the same
Очень
problem.
долго было, и пока деньги там не переведешь,
The same problem.
Ну,
yeah.
в 78 году.
Yeah.
In 1978.
А? Маклафлин.
John McLaughlin! Oh my God! I made sound for him. Sound for him. Yeah. We did a small concert tour with John McLaughlin. It was John
Мы,
McLaughlin.
говорит, маленький делали концерт, говорит, с ним, говорит.
My sister.
Сестра, у него сестра, как бы это. Ты же в курсе, я же тебе рассказывал, как бы это.
John McLaughlin.
Сестра, так это, в 84 году. Ты в курсе вообще? У него сестра же, как бы, этот, в 84 году вывела, как бы, этот, G. Tell us about G, about your sister.
Well, I will, but I'll just explain about John McLaughlin actually, because Gina asked about John McLaughlin, and John McLaughlin acoustic guitar. John McLaughlin comes from a town near me, a place called Barnsley. It's about
In England, G.
In England, of course, yeah, right near Bradford, near Wakefield. It's about from my house to Barnsley.
And
50 minutes, you know. Yeah.
it's near you, yeah?
Yeah. So John McLaughlin, acoustic guitar. Bass guitar, Sisha, Jeff Berlin. Очень fantastic bass guitarist. Fantastic.
Ты знаешь, да?
Jeff Berlin.
Джефф Берлин, как бы, бас-гитарист.
Fantastic. Drums, Baravan, Trilok Gertu. Yeah, just the 3 guys. Fantastic. Great concerts. I have a tape of this concert.
Он говорит, есть запись, говорит, даже с этого
I still have a
концерта.
tape of this concert. Yeah.
G, tell us about your sister who make
Sister
a lot of.
My sister was backing vocalist for Gary Newman.
Gary Newman.
Yeah. Engelbert Humperdinck, Tom Jones.
Понял. Это вокалистка, да, была?
Очень хорошо in Luxembourg.
In G, hard to say.
I can't tell you much about my sister, really, because she did so much work.
Вот если у меня друг такой придурок совсем, Сашка Шпнёв, вот он очень любит металлику.
He has friends and he likes Metallica.
I did a concert with Metallica and Smokie in Kiev in 1997.
В Киеве делал концерт с Металликой в 97 году.
Was the stadium.
На стадионе.
Не, ну как отношение как музыкантам?
How
my friend is the engineer. My friend is a very good friend. He's engineer for Metallica. and it's called Mick Hughes. He's a really good man. He let me mix one song for Metallica this night in Kiev. It was Nothing Else Matters. And it was great, good to do. Mick's a fantastic guy.
Режиссировал Nothing Else Matters.
Yeah. But I don't know Metallica guys at all. I watch them on stage.
They're from German, yeah?
No, they're American, but they have...
they are not American,
they are American.
American?
Yeah,
guys.
but they have a drummer from Denmark, Lars Ulrich. He's from Denmark. I hope he's from Denmark, but yes. Yeah, the rest of the guys are Americans. They're fantastic.
But I thought that they're from German, yeah? No? From America.
Maybe you're thinking of this, how do they call them now? Very good German, power band. I'm forgetting the name now.
ACDC. Это что же английская группа, а не
Australian.
ACDC это Австралия, ты чё?
No, Англия. Австралия.
Может быть, Англия, Австралия. Да, Bee Gees is this. Это тоже.
Bee Gees, да.
Англия, Австралия, да.
Bee Gees?
Yeah.
Bee Gees, they died.
One left.
Они все учились в Англии, грубо говоря.
Three brothers have gone. And one guy, Barry is now on his own.
He's alive, yeah?
Yeah, he's fine. He's totally fine. But very sad, really.
From Bee Gees.
To lose your brothers, all three of them, in a lifetime, it's shocking. They made great music.
But there are only three guys.
No, there were four because there was Andy Gibb as well. But Andy didn't really join them. But Andy sung solo, and he died a long time ago. Did Andy? But Morris died after Andy, and then the last guy to die was Robin. Robin died. So Barry is now on his own. Yeah, sadly. Yeah, it's with great music.
It's a pity.
It's a pity when anybody dies.
I have vinyl from 1979. G.
Keep it. It's worth it. It's worth something. It's really
it's
worth
really
something.
good. From.
Staying alive. Yeah, I know. You guys know.
Super hit.
Yeah, it was a good one.
There are a lot of good hits from 79.
Yeah, it's a great time. I think late 70s. Well, all 70s is good.
Yeah. For
Early-
me, it's
early 80s.
80s and 70s is really good,
It's a good time.
for all.
And late 60s. Because
Yeah.
in late 60s you have Beatles, you have Rolling Stones, you have Jimi Hendrix, many great, interesting
But
bands.
60s was from
Настенька, сделай еще чаечку нам.
from
Успеешь?
60s
ладно.
was like a cox.
It was like the start of something, yeah? The 60s.
Yeah.
But it was so interesting. I saw so many fantastic bands in small bars. That was the time. I saw Fleetwood Mac. Do you know Fleetwood Mac? I saw them in a room. I saw them in a room like this, Fleetwood Mac.
Look, gee.
Yeah.
In 60s we have Doors.
Yeah.
We have everything bands, Monkeys.
Monkeys are great. Yeah, great music actually. Yeah.
We have a lot of good groups.
I think the 60s is an explosion of music.
Mm-hmm.
It exploded in America and in England, and then it spread throughout the world. I think that's probably the best.
Also,
way I can describe it.
we have Rolling Stones, but we have Rolling Stones with
Brian Jones.
Brian Jones, yes.
Of course. Very instrumental in.
Brian Jones. John Lennon wants to have Brian Jones in Beatles. G.
I don't know. Perhaps.
He wants to take him to Beatles
Would
because
he would have been a good move.
Yeah, because
Brian Jones was very talented, very talented man.
Look, G.
And he looked great. He looked great,
He played in every instrument, G.
Yeah.
Brian Jones.
Mm-hmm.
He played in every instrument.
Yeah.
He played in skripka.
He was an interesting guy. I agree.
Yeah.